Good morning, students. Today I shall discuss about tribal societies. So tribal societies are classified on the basis of traits. Traits means characteristics. So first characteristics is permanent traits. Permanent traits means the characteristics which the tribal people acquire by birth. So permanent trait again divided into four categories. First is region. That means region wise distribution of tribal people. So 85% of the tribal people reside in Middle India, stretching from Gujarat and Rajasthan in the west to West Bengal and Orissa in the east. Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and parts of Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh in the heart of this region. 11% of the tribal people reside in northeastern states and remaining 4% lives in rest of India. Now second category is language. So in terms of language, tribes again categorized into four categories. First is Indo-Aryan. 1% of the Indian tribe speak in Indo-Aryan language. And we find people mostly in North and Central India who speaks in Indo-Aryan language. 3% of the tribal people speak in Dravidian language from southern India. And normally Central, Eastern and northeastern people speak in Austric language. And some northeastern tribes and Naga, Bodo, Garo groups of people speak in Tibeto-Burman. Next classification is physical characteristics. So in terms of physical racial terms, tribes are classified under Negrito, Australoid, Mongoloid, Dravidian and Aryan. Now come to the first point, that is Negrito. The Andaman Islands are home to 4 Negrito tribes who believed to have arrived in the island from Africa up to 60,000 years ago. Australoids are Australian aborigines. They are settled in the central India from the Rajmahal hills to the Aravallis. Santhal, Bhil, Gond, Munda, Oraon, etc. tribes are related to this group. Mongoloid people are found in the northeastern parts of India. Dravidian settled in South India and Aryan tribe found in northwestern and central and eastern parts of India. Next category is ecological habitat. The ecological habitat includes hills, forest, rural plains, urban, industrial areas. That means normally tribal people reside in these parts of society. Now next main category is acquired traits. Acquired traits means the characteristics which the tribal people acquired when they came in contact with the mainstream Hindu people. This classification uses two main criteria. First is mode of livelihood. That is, on the basis of livelihood, tribes can be categorized into fishermen, food gatherer, hunter, shifting cultivator and peasant. Okay. Next is extent of incorporation into Hindu society. This incorporation or assimilation can be seen either from the point of view of the tribes or from the point of view of the mainstream Hindu sections of people. From tribes' point of view, other than assimilations, attitude of tribe toward Hindu society is also major criterion, because there are some tribes who are positively inclined towards Hinduism and some other tribes who resist or oppose Hinduism. On the other hand, from the mainstream point of view, tribes may be judged in terms of the status they occupy in Hindu society. Some tribal groups occupy high status in the society, and mostly majority of the tribal people occupy low status according to the Hindu society. So these are the point of view of the tribes as well as mainstream Hindu. Okay.